Today, we want to learn a table, the apology letter, where Dr. Sylvia Blyden writes from Pademba Road Prison. He not just take upon himself for write them, but the magistrate Hannah Boni, be tell Dr. Blyden say he need for write and apologize before the 19th of June, where not tomorrow Friday. So, he don't write them. We will can read the letter, make we hear and understand who the Sylvia Blyden really they apologize to. In waiting it's right for explain na the letter. We know they come for campus judgment about waiting in a court now. Now just the apology letter. Now we dey focus on, and we get another clip where we go play from the court hearing. But before that, make we give today on coronavirus update. Today, Thursday the 18th of June 2020, that's what the numbers then be look like. 147 tests then conduct. 147 tests conducted. Out of this 147, 23 turn out for be positive. 23 turn out for be positive. So for today, we get 23 positive new cases na Salone. And this 23 positive new case, if we want for break and down by district, now so the numbers them look like. Cambia, 7. Kono, 3. Kenema, 2. Tonkolili, 2. Western Area Urban, 9. Now that one they give we 23 total. Remember what I be talking yesterday about Cambia? Say it look like say because when this coronavirus starts inside Salone, where the numbers then begin come, Cambia be there for the longest, they not get any positive case. But inside this week, Cambia don't begin register high numbers them. All the high numbers them wouldn't get inside this week and then get them. So I don't know if the one they waiting at the border crossing points them, they don't slack for the one they come out Guinea for coming inside. Oh, now the one they come off Freetown, where they try for fend them way for go, say then they go buy markets, na Guinea, or waiting because the border then supposed for close, except for essential goods. So we really need EOC or NACOVAC make them do a thorough investigation on Cambia. They need for Duam. Because Sunday, Cambia get 1. Monday, they no get nothing. Tuesday, they get 1. Yesterday, Wednesday, they get 9. Today, Thursday, they get 7. And before they get to on Sunday, the last time when they get 1 case, now be on the 4th of June. 10 days later, and then begin come with the numbers here. So I think say the one them waiting at Cambia, they really need for make them wake up and do the needful. When I for secure the borders. Remember, the budget, then we don't buy 200 motorcycles, 200 bikes, And they say majority of them bikes then they are because of we border crossing points them. So if we they see numbers then they rise now, I believe we need for ask question. Make we continue with the rest of the numbers then. The confirmed cases in Salone now, they reach 1,272. 1,272 confirmed cases now in Salone from the 31st of March to date. They want them within the isolation center. Isolation center, 511. Where they respond to treatment now. 511. Just a week ago, we get under 300. Now we get 511. The one them we don't recover. We get 3 for the past 24 hours. But we don't get a total number of 710. 710. The one them we lost their life to COVID-19 at Salone. We still stand at 51. 51. So nobody, for the past few days, nobody not lost their life to COVID-19 na Salone. From where they begin conduct tests na Salone to date, a number of 9,557 tests don't be conducted. 9,557 tests don't be conducted. Out of that number day, 1,272 turn out for be positive. Out of the 1,272, we get 710 we beat COVID-19 na Salone. Out of the 1,272, we get 51 people we lost their life to COVID-19. And the rest for reach that number day, then they're at the isolation centers. In quarantine, we get 1,354. And the one them we don't come out of quarantine, we get 6,353. 6,353. So now show the numbers them for COVID-19. For today, the 18th of June, look like na Salone. We come to the main topic for the day. We want to come discuss the letter of apology where Sylvia Blyden write from Pademba Road Prison. A letter where he writes. But however, he not just take upon himself for write the apology letter. Magistrate Hannah Boni, when I ended deal with all the 9-count charges where they on Dr. Sylvia Blyden, be ask and say, in need for apologize to the judiciary of Sierra Leone for waiting a right in paper and in social media platform them. You need for apologize. Before the 19th of June, because the 19th of June, now they appear back in court. But here, like I said, now the letter we Sylvia Blyden writes, now we want discuss. Yes? Now the case within a court time program time for write the letter. But you will find out, say, after that second go way you go Pademba Road, there is no update anymore from in social media handle them. Because waiting do, after I began a bill, she was warned not to comment or write anything on social media but the case. And then say it be flout, it be breach that particular one day way, and I make them get the bill. So now I make it go back from that end. Nothing. Past today, where he writes from Pademba Road Prison. The witness now be Superintendent M.K. Aliu. Superintendent M.K. Aliu, where Sylvia Blyden they cross-examine him, and just forget everything. The questions the way Sylvia Blyden they ask say, when them be one pull and come out from one point to the other, it say in no member. So I don't know if we in no member, but it go be witness na court. But make we come to the apology, because now on that note, the reporting say Magistrate Anna Boni be tell Dr. Sylvia Blyden say a need for apologize. Then we listen to the apology. Personal statement from Dr. Sylvia Blyden on peace, unity, national security, and respect for the judiciary in Sierra Leone. It begin like this. He say, me fellow Sierra Leone and them. He say, una no say me, na somebody where they know the force for say something where I not believe pa. You listen, eh? I make you pay attention. No? He say, me fellow Sierra Leoneans them. Una no say me, na person when I know the force for make a talk waiting me not believe pa. So, me current circumstances, I no want make una dilute them with the strength where me message get today. I know they write this under any duress, but I dey do am freely for ensure say I distance myself, I pull myself, I team up far from certain activities them. So, I want to state my own position on national security and apologize to all the one them in and out of the judiciary. We don't be offended by abusive words where they don't throw away by them, by people them we allegedly say then they follow me or they admire me or then they claim say then they write in my own defense. He say as a leader I dey choose for apologize on behalf of me followers them in order for show me distance for them kind action then they and for condemn the one them we not to me followers them but we dey seek for put fire by me situation. The public go remember say last month inside May 2020 one voice note when they not able to identify the person, it be talk danger in them. But it be say, in they support me. He say, immediately after I do a read and day, he get in office for put out a statement for pull themselves commode feel say this person way then they throw away in audio all around on social media where they make threats to national security and a supposed protest against in own detention and in office make a clear one say he not subscribe, he not take part in nothing in order for do with such threats. Again, you want to remind me, say the public can also recall few days in this same month of June He get in office for put out a press release for debunk a suggestion where they publish on social media. Say him be frustrated with the country in legal system. He say, although in do yeri or in no see, although in no ever yeri or no see the two material first hand, but as soon as they draw attention to that, he immediately debunk them and team up far away from them thing and day. He say, he no ever and he no go ever encourage any threat to the security, peace, and stability of in beloved country, Sierra Leone. He said throughout the 90s, into the turn of the century, Indo worked very hard for Sierra Leone for enjoy the peace, stability, and democracy where they enjoy the like today. So Indo go ever be part for destabilize this particular country here. He say now, he don't be kept in completely situation where he don't know nothing what they happen na social media, and also then prevent them from accessing any local newspaper since the 3rd of June 2020, when they be rearrested them back until the 17th of June 2020. So, you know, see anything where they publish, where if it credible now or not credible, you know, see nothing. He say, but they inform him from a very, very credible and impeccable source. Say people in day in social media where they pan cost against officer them within the Sierra Leone judiciary, especially the learned magistrate, her worship, Hannah Boni, where na in the see about in own case right now, where in gets. He say them person here, they either they use in name directly also, or then they impersonate them for claim by way a manner where then they go and cost them people there. For say, then they protest because they owe them. He said, by the way of this statement, in which again, for pulling self come up from them people and they, in not ever throw abusive words against anybody na the judiciary. He says, so anybody where they cause in your name, he say, na a fraudulent misrepresentation. He not authorize nothing like that. He say, he also not authorize any cause against the Honorable Attorney General. He say, in issue with the Attorney General is different from the point of law. And in a one-day cosa, he say he is Sabiam from 1993, when he began a medical school, and the Attorney General in began a law school. He consider the Attorney General for be a Sierra Leonean sister. When he began London, he can regularly publish in academic achievements them, including the first woman we beget PhD in law. He said, in all any malice against Dr. Priscilla Schwartz when I am the Attorney General and the Minister of Justice. He said, in Grandpa, Professor S.A.J. Pratt, means soul rest in peace, one of the most brilliant salon lawyers there, now be the first cabinet minister for serve as Attorney General, where Sierra Leone be obtained where Sierra Leone be attained republic status in 1971. So he respect that particular office day. Similarly, he say he patriotic enough for put national interest above the limited or partisan interest them. He said this I make publicly and very strongly in the defend the Attorney General on social media a few weeks ago, where he been talk something we correct about the state of emergency declaration. Where he talk say yes, the Attorney General correct the state of emergency declaration, no need for the mandatory table in a parliament for swift up to approval as them be get 90 days where the constitution give them leeway for the president for team up that way. It says section 29 of the constitution, they're not going to be subject to section 177 as subsection 177C. It places a mandatory maturity time frame of 21 days where when they get the very essence of the emergency. He say in furtherance, in defense of the Attorney General, he also cite the proviso of the very important parliamentary standing order known as SO 188, where talk clear one in favor of the Attorney General in opinion. He say, in proud, in a very proud senior member of the opposition APC party. He say, but he no dey hesitate for defend the governing SLPP state official them, as it was extremely important to help for clarify so that the people them go understand who side the Attorney General team up for say in no breach no constitution with where then they say they assume for delay for table na parliament. So clearly, he no get any malice for the Attorney General. Even as he seriously detests the legal charges with against him, he still team up tranga one. Because him big enough for appreciate somebody where they do good work and the Attorney General they do good work. He saying they defend state authorities them because him patriotic enough for put national interest above limited or party interest. He say in patriotism and love for a united and stable country, now he make in the call on all Sierra Leoneans for fully support the president in proclamation for the state of emergency for enable we for combat the threat of COVID-19 na salon. He say, beaucoup politicians not be wanting for support the proclamation, but the scene of demand them, we pile Italy, America, UK, etc., be push them for make a call as a patriot. Thankfully, then seen then they not be happen na Africa. However, at the moment, the love for him people now make in the act patriotically. In criticism of some aspect of how the coronavirus outbreak they handle them, he born out of the same wider public interest. He said he want to see all Sierra Leone, the citizens all over Sierra Leone, especially the one them whether in leadership or with large number of followers, for emulate and put Sierra Leone first above all party business. To all Sierra Leoneans we believe in them. He said if you do believe in them, that's Dr. Sylvia Blyden, then you for believe in your ideology and refrain from engaging in any form of activities we go threaten national security. He say peace, unity, and love. They are among within the forefathers of the APC party be team up triangle 1-4 when them be split from the SLPP for make them go form the APC. He said the APC ideology not believe in a revenge, nor it promote for destabilize anything inside Salon. He said the historical records, the records we go back in history, go make this very clear and very, very clear. He says, so let all Sierra Leoneans strive for emulate the peaceful APC ideology of the founding fathers in this our multi-party democratic dispensation. He said, any bitterness against anyone, no bitterness against nobody. He said, even to the one them, we find way from cook this thing against them. He say, revenge, he dey, but he don't already forgive them. He say, in destiny cannot be stopped by the one them we cook against them. He say, at the end of the day, only the truth go reveal, and the judiciary and him go walk away as innocent person of all in charge them with in charge against them. He said, they are in the big, make una not cost the judiciary on in behalf. He said, please make we respect the judiciary. He said, pokud we dey for seek redress through the judiciary channel. If somebody not feel gladdy, if somebody feel displeased with decision them at any level, he say, and all the way to Supreme Court. He say, the one them where they report on in case na court, for please do so without abusive language or prejudice. We hear you because we'll go up in the 4-line gist now. They want them where they report on in case na court, for do so without cost or prejudice. Because pass if you want make it did it for long. Alright, make we continue. Please, not make any threatening remarks or any threat but vengeance on in behalf against anyone within authority. This is not the Sylvia Blyden way. In completely condemn such behavior. If you believe in him, then believe in God Almighty. Rest assured that divinely ordained destiny cannot be stopped by man. He said, no human being not go able to stop in destiny. The struggle and challenges, then but in go overcome, and there will be victory for us. He said, make we trust God and collectively work towards a stable, peaceful, and united Sierra Leone with full respect for the judiciary. Keep your heart free of hate and malice. Love is the answer. Long live the Republic of Sierra Leone. Signed, Dr. Sylvia Blyden, aspirant for the presidency of Sierra Leone. Pademba Road Prisons Jail, 17th June 2020. Now a long one, but I believe say you don't get opportunity now for Yeri exactly waiting Sylvia Blyden right and apologize, and the things them were a pinpoint on the letter. And he ask, the one the way they report, the one the way they talk about them, do ya make one not prejudice in case, because and we know they now for can say who that right or who that wrong, but on that letter now they discuss. We check out Usman Tholi. Make we hear waiting he gets for we today. Yes, Usman Tholi, you get the platform, sir.
Welcome, everybody. And this is not a very long piece, and we also don't listen to the audio. So what I will do quickly, I will just summarize the main issues them, and then go straight to the critical points them we all look at. First of all, to start with, I know say a good number of unamla candidates, so we are not able to listen to all the important points them, and as well as some people that don't been they follow the social media. So this is an opportunity for them make a quickly summarize some of the issues that we outstanding as far as Dr. Sylvia Blyden is concerned. As we all listen to the audio, we come up from 98.1 FM. We know say somewhere around last month, Dr. Sylvia Blyden, they arrest him. What is the main reason why they arrest him? They say he talked bad about the president, he writes bad about the president. And then secondly, he talks say Paulo Conte, the wet and toilet by himself in cell with them put on. So on that basis then we get for Ulam for two primary accounts, because we don't talk about the other accounts then. The two primary accounts are what they Ulam for, they say now for defamatory, libel, and conspiracy to pervert the court of justice. What does that mean? We all know about the defamatory, when you talk bad about person, that is to say, you write bad about the president, and the conspiracy to pervert the course of justice, simply where you write about Paulo Conte, say Paulo Conte, the wet by himself now in cell. So I think are the two main counts in this where they arrest them for. But we can all remember, say, where they arrest them, they not been tell them at that point where they arrest them, what he do. So there was a lot of questions raised by the public. Why you go arrest somebody, you don't tell them what he arrest them for. And by right, we know what's in the law. The law say where they arrest you within 72 hours, you know, especially for a crime like this, then for either give you a bail on condition or then release you on conditional bail. But it not happen so. So that's the main issue here. Well, what can happen after you don't keep on a cell for a very long time without not actually explain to him what he do, at some point they get for bail him. You know, we all know the conditions of bail where them in Guam have been very, very heavy conditions then. But the magistrate, when Bonnie actually be one and say, where then they left him, enough for talk about the case. So subsequently, due to, I think, some publications from the social media or nothing, so then get for Ulam back, then send him back go na cell. So on the 17th of this month, when day before yesterday, I think, or yesterday, day before yesterday, they go court back. So on that day, I mean, get for cross-examine the key witness, when as Superintendent M.K. Aliu. And we all know listening. M.K. Aliu, anything where they ask him, he say, you know, we'll talk. Anything where they ask him, you know, we'll talk. So, we're not look inside it. Yeah, I will come to that. I will critically look at that side as a key witness, Superintendent M.K. Aliu. You're not the witness. Yeah? Anything where they talk, you say, you know, they talk. So we'll get for look into that very carefully. As I said, I'll just summarize quickly. Then, in the end, what can happen, Dr. Sylvia Blyden gave for present a sick paper to the magistrate. Also say, no, well. So what the magistrate do, he encourage him for let apologize. He say, one let apologize by the next time we will go court, which is the 19th of this month, which is tomorrow, say if I apologize. So critically, what did that mean? I will come back to that. So this long piece where Mr. Triple A don't read for we is all about this letter now for apologize, basically. Yeah? So all this, after all this not happen, where the magistrate encourage him for making apologize. So instead decide for come for write this long piece where Triple A don't explain so. And most of the piece just concern about the distance himself from people where they talk bad about the court, about the AG, Attorney General, about the Anaboni. Some people then come out publicly on social media, begin to cost the, so it distance himself from that. And he may come clearly to the magistrate say, all the rights and when the rights, he not be part of it. He don't know about that. He said people then create fake account on his name for the bad cost them for talk in sites. He said he not to anyone. He said people then use the account fake. So it distance himself from them people in there. He said he highly patriotic, very, very patriotic. So he supports the good decisions where the government they make. So he don't go encourage anybody or instigate anybody to go against the government. And he don't demonstrate this boku them on some of the decisions them where the government they make, where it sometimes support the government as far as now issues them where get national concern or national interest. So now the summary of all what happen where AAA they try for put on a table. Now I will try for dive on the critical issues here. First of all, now look at Dr. Sylvia Blyden. We all know say now a senior person at the APC government. But by my own submission here, I think say Dr. Sylvia Blyden is very critical in the sense that he always say things as he see them. I will give you evidence. There are a lot of things where that happened recently where I feel say if SLPP government they do something, they are way saying the right thing, they come out publicly, it is support the government. Yeah? I know say people can get different views about this, but this is my own view about how me see them. Yeah? For example, where the president declared the state of emergency, yeah, really, although a lot of people can criticize the government on the basis of the 1 year state of emergency, one of the people where they support the government, whether I get a different intention or not, but I will go by what you see. Yeah. So in that case, now post we're very critical about how things they go. Yeah. So it's very honest with your opinions then. Yeah. So I will let Fulham for Leone decide whether this case you get merit. Yeah. The other thing again, we don't see this libel law. We all know what's in the libel law, right? We don't say how we go see say this government really serious for withdraw or for repeal this libel law. Yeah, this is a clear example. Yeah, why this government, they delay this libel law? Because talking against the president and you go arrest person because of that, talk bad about the government. This is not a justification for sure say for ask this government whether they are really serious about repealing the criminal libel law. Yeah? Are they really serious about it? And the other thing again, the woman, Dr. Blyden, don't distance himself from all the social media today, we all know anybody can talk anything. Yeah? or it make a false account of somebody. Yeah, somebody don't do me that one. I mean, an example. Somebody use me account. He write bad about me. You know, so if he don't come out publicly, he don't distance himself from them people. Yeah, from this letter we write. I think say a point where we get for look at. Yeah. And the other thing again, we our law we look at critically as a key witness for somebody where you don't be under we don't be in detention for a good number of days. Then go ask you on serious matters. Yeah? They go ask you on serious matters, cross-examination. And this now a superintendent police officer. Yeah? Then go ask you some questions then. Anyone where they ask you, you say you no member. Anyone where they ask you, you say you no member. What in that may imply? This case, I don't know, we're not going to judge, but I want to look into that. Yeah? This is critical as a key witness to this case. You know the superintendent police. When they carry out their arrest or do all things, then they go ask you anything where they ask you, you say you no member. Again, we therefore be careful with the whatever decision we then therefore take on this case on that basis. Yeah, and me no say, to be honest with you, I no say Dr. Blyden herself is a controversial figure. But one thing they take away from her, she's very honest and get a good track record. Now, one of the top politicians then, we are not one in and say involved in any corruption or dishonest business. So she's highly credible, and one of the credible politicians, and not one in and say involved in corruption. That is why when the Commission of Inquiry come up, I think that one of the people that will voluntarily be willing to go give an account of how he take over when he been the Minister of Children and Social Welfare. You all know about that. And the other thing again where I want to remember is that justice delay is justice denied. Yeah? We get for members say the law say we all person. Yeah? On then crime, yeah. Also on then serious crime then. The serious crime again, but these are libel, these are libel issues here. We all the person inside 72 hours before either give a conditional bail or unconditional bail, you release them. Then you ask them for come back in court. Why then take so long a time, for come up with the decision? And why is the magistrate the encouraged person for apologize after all this? Yeah, you get for think about it as well. Then also there is no serious case. I will tell you this for free. Although we know for make judgment, yeah, because it cost in a court. But what's a serious case day? You go encourage person to say, therefore apologize. And I go predict, say by tomorrow, sometime they will likely get for release. Because there is no case. The case not get merit, as far as me they say. And the other thing where it look baffled about this system, our country. I don't know. Do you know that the VP, Julia Jallo, now the chairman of the police council? Yeah? Now the chairman of the police council. It's interesting. And the police council, now they administer the police. Now therefore make sure say there is effective administration of the police. I don't understand why the vice president for the chairman of the police council. Again, then it looked problematic. Yeah? And once more before I go, Dr. Blyden, he looked himself as an aspirant for the next election. And that's, we can get a conversation with one of the senior IMF officers. I think say they been talk something again where not go down well with the government. But however, this, by looking at it, I think, to me, by my own submission, as a final submission, I think, this case, it lack merit. And I go out, to a very large extent, I believe, tomorrow, we'll even see the long left. So now that no matter for putting on the table. Thank you very much, Triple A. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Usman Toli. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. Yes, Usman, you get a platform.
Yeah, thank you very much, Triple A, and thanks to Usman Toli, and welcome everybody within the program. First, just we sympathy to go to Vicky Mo, because I think he lost one on code. He's now from this COVID fight. I see him by tweet, so we extend with sympathy and condolence to her. And he advised the people and they go to hospital earlier because of they avoid for going to hospital the power and for that. So now anyone advised that one day for early treatment, making the care person go. Critical care is very good in the hospital the way named 34 Puloko and one other place. So now my first thing and then regarding the Blyden Leone issue, I just see on a kind of game they play on. But being that now, just like somebody now would in a critical situation where you not blunt face, you can obviously drive out with any confinement throughout in life as a woman. So obviously she will be forced to apologize, even though you apologize with in your mind. But yeah, it's something now wouldn't they force you a psychological pressure and they put panel indirectly for let you go tender in apology. But on the other side again, I don't know if the magistrate or the judge they try for put something where they try for help them indirectly back. Because if you put that apology there, that could be a basis based on any laws until we go and say, okay, we'll turn this case around. That one day is debatable. But in some point, there is a bit of a pressure where they force them for apologize. But I don't know if the apology is a way for help them for come out of this. Because now more of a social media issue now bring her into this. Based on the other uprising, they say they instigate so, they talk this. But all to do with the recent social media and the mainstream media we appear back. We go now EYV, you go some areas then some incident then can happen. So then just decide for say, well, I'll hold you and do this. But I feel say then get for look into how they go handle them. But whoever is in the higher authorities, it's very difficult for interfere based on wouldn't they say I call them acts and section them and the laws that they don't put, who don't confine certain situations there. With some of them, then they're still not able to change the it. So he become a victim of some of them law they are. You see? But when I try to see back when they talk about social media, today they see the sludge, they launch something about that one day, but they say it related to the COVID. So and how they go for help. But I only hope say the other law whatever they put back for say let people know they scatter law and they able for trace who say who not at the phone, then we will block your phone, all those things will not still be ready they come to effect. I don't know if that will be part of the thing we slash them get for bring up because that thing and they all now then get for help, let everything what they undergo now the country it go on smoothly. So I believe say if they get for emphasize that thing there, then we're able to look into that thing and they wearing not only on the other on civil unrest, then we also look at other areas. I mean, not only on the COVID issue, then we also look at areas of civil unrest. But looking at prior to this incident, what did the president do now for lift up a state of emergency? And that one day, anybody know when a president put a state of emergency, anything will person do that time the way the government or police, the government get the full right for do anything then they override the law in some way, not in deep way, but that arrest, detention, or sometimes they will say you not get right for this. So that side, the more if around they look say the country they under state of emergency, so are not able for win in any case during this process here. So if we don't just relax small. But when you look at the tweets, then the last time we go on Twitter, because I read the tweet more, I think I May. most of in tweet they say na retweet of Ion Atina Andy Macaulay, na in lawyer. Atina he always retweet. When he tweet, he retweet. But since they don't hold her now, you're not able for tweet again since then. But I believe say if they're able to go with waiting the law say, I believe say it's supposed to come out clean. The only side where they hold her because of that state of emergency day, and then they try for say they instigate certain things them for uprising at this side and go hold on. But provided if they get proof of that, you see, only I feel say go get for B. Then looking at the trend of events, you will find out say he not innocent, but he somehow just be a victim of a situation. You see, but so down there, I go left that side. Then if I just come finally for just finish up with the COVID situation as it's alone, as I been say, I only hope say sludge then go able for push forward, let them go able because even the statistics on the Boku side, they find out say people only listen to social media, now the more they try for disturb the smooth flow of the campaign of the COVID. In any area, Europe, Africa, because them. So people when they find out the Facebook, WhatsApp, other areas, then they get information they will not from reliable source, then they interpret them to their own way. Then the few people that way gullible and easy for believe them, then they take on to that. So the difficult people then wire in any society where they believe say, then they become addicted to the social media, then they avoid the other area where the social media are useful to follow where the information will come. That's why I go and say on that side. Then looking at the trend of the increasing the number of people that would get this sickness, it don't really become alarming. It don't become alarming. You see, and they come in a way where sometimes there's some place not the G. Then you report it because of the number of work like Kenema, then they overload. So when they come up, if you see the number, it grab so much that you can't even tell if them were on a 1 grade day, then just not infected. So, but the idea is that people then just get for idea, say, the COVID virus, it really did. But not just because of the type of population what Salon gets, based on the age, and they not get too much of the flu case that can kill people there, like other places there, and other underlying disease, the way the people in Boku in terms of population, now that make, we don't see much alarming day. But the idea is the virus, it really did. So at that point, more people then they always try to understand the virus. It really they all they get for do the simple procedure we government give them and they follow them until security day on a vaccine. But if they go with the social media, we want thing can today, tomorrow people go turn around. We want thing can today and begin believe them come then turn this round. So I want let people and they just they go. Once you don't get that idea, I say one a day. Anything we can be in and now I just the follower. But if you begin to see, they believe, then other thing comes today, what about this? You go begin to derail your idea for belief. Therefore, I want back, then the authorities there, then they know say, no, they try for do something where they no go begin bring doubts per way. Because next back today, they come, they give longer list. They say about 10,000 people that they plan for help in terms of this year. They don't give a 30 million in dollars. Will WHO we don't give them. They run this program from 2016. They come to a point where they stop. Then they revamp and back. So they don't put 4 million there for emergency issues. Then the other one they go towards the normal people. But when they all don't talk today, they come to the same point back. Say, well, una don't give. They say they don't just give about 200. They don't stop. Why they stop? Because of then get problem at Cambia, people then get raised then concern, so then go stop. But before that, then they try to convince people and say everything what they do is authentic. Take to ensure to the questionnaire. Then they go to posting hosts because of they want to check for no assets that we get. Well, sometimes it is useful, but what if the person are one-off? Because some people then get a one-off till they don't mind, they not get nothing. If person sell for from overseas, he go buy one in value plasma. So we go meet that plasma, then I don't mean say the man get food if we're able to manage. But if they get another way for look at the level of poverty, it's up to them. if Bonafora have they suggest back to the board, the person will read that question to the person who I put her. For say now it's simple. If people and they say when they give only supporters of this party or supporters of this is simple. What una go, una even get track. Like how police and they get that body camera. Una go to the house, una even show. If you not even show the person face, they can get that way and they hide the person face. Once the person voice they come, like even these guys are, they know say we don't do this assessment, and so we do them. Then we don't give this person here. And then why are they we don't dispense this amount? So the people then will believe say when they do it the right way, then when they give not only supporters, when they give them in a random way, not to selective people based on certain circumstances. But they see say there is something still wrong in some way. They see say sometimes they look right what they do. But I believe say if they therefore follow the transparency, now that one day people then go able try for see because the thing don't come to say everybody they on social media now. Everybody they watch news. Everybody they follow this. So then therefore come transparent. They show the people and say this. Now you would they can do. They don't just can't talk them. You see, now give them the gift, then give person anything. All they need for just show them what thing they can do. They will believe saying I don't go this, I don't go this. So that they know can begin to bring that. But if not just they bring a catalog of explanation, when they give statistics, when they show who that and who that, how when they check the household. Some of people then get luxuries. Some of them, yes, they're able to maintain themselves again. But when it comes to poverty in Sierra Leone, some man, don't mind no more for like go live fine. It's like when they say fish day inside water, it cry. But it's very difficult to see the cry because when you see inside the water, you know, we see the tears. So now the similar thing now one day. You see, when they see some goat, they sweat, but here they cover them. All those slogans. So now the similar thing, then for on the looks, what they deal with them people here, now we make sure say, if we don't go down house, well, let's see the business, what they do. We go follow for see what is in capital. So if you don't go now the house and go meet property, you don't know when that man they don't buy them. Or now they pay by week. Or now in order uncle something in Fambul in brother send the money for her. Or some people they get different ways of getting. But for saying that one day we able based on income, I accept them, but I not accept them totally based on the way people and they obtain luxury things in our salon. So I only hope say that side they when they don't pull and so then go look into other things they wouldn't go do. But they don't go too far. That will be difficult for them to listen to. But I only hope say the small they would not get it, then go review them and then they expand the survey from 10,000 because 7 million people are getting a salon. 7 point something. So if they go just do 10,000, which is even not a million, well, the research, go work well. You see, and the whole country, they say. So I only hope, say, they will therefore look into these things so that people then go able, even though in the man where they in charge of the finance, it still they repeat every day, but if they repeat and if they add small thing, but if they still come to the same thing, if we poor, and we'll continue for poor for a time. But those are not the encouraging words. People don't understand the economics. People don't understand the inflation. People don't understand this. But you get to give hopes to the people them. And I want to know what me just want to say. And let people continue for do this the continuous advice we don't give them. They don't say face mask, not for wear them for too long. But you get for no say when you're in a public place, you get for wear them when you require them. You see, the land you don't want, they just give for advice. Then the Wasani Union, of course, they're not the best one of all. And then finally, that social distancing. But for salon, you're not going able to achieve them. The only thing more not just become severe with them. Especially down to the go to beach, follow the other areas there. And I know get for advice. And thank you very much for giving the platform. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Usman. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you very much, sir.
Yes, caller, ID live on air. Your name and who side the call from, please.
Yeah, this is Mike. I call from Philadelphia.
Yes, Mike, you get a platform. What's your contribution?
My contribution is, you see why non-parent party want to get rid of this criminal libel law or repeal or do something with them. Because this bullying of each other and bullying of saloon people there, we need to stop that one day, man, Now, in America, people, they talk all type of crazy stuff about Trump and other politicians there. One day, they not go grab them and go put them in a cell. Because now a democratic country, Salon, it look like they're a communist country, not a democratic country where you can pan the rule of law, The bullying of people is too much, man. You know, they go bully the woman because of now you right down there as a human being for expressing self, you know. You get the right for say whatever you want to say because you live in a democratic country, you know. But Salon, if you say something now, they go lock you up, you know. Every little thing you say, they go lock you up. Just complete advantage on people there, you know. It's very bad, man. You know, it's very bad. You know, if that is law, therefore we don't take away, then this woman offer we don't go write letter. So complete humiliation, you know. And humiliate and they humiliate the woman, you know. You know, Salon don't get one respect for woman there. You know? One respect to not get me man. One respect to not get for woman there, you know. You wonder how come foreigner they get more power than a Salon pass we. When foreigner go and just know you foreigner go to court, the foreigner they win you, you know. Now NTR, you know. Man, Salon, need to stop the NTR, man. We say this is a democratic country. Go by the democratic way of ruling. Don't begin to bully people and they not complete bullying this, man. You know, you don't find, man. You don't find at all. When they come back in the power, where APC come back in the power, then go do that back to SLPP there, you know. It's just sad, man. It's sad.
All right. Thank you very much, Mike.
You're welcome, man.
Yeah. Yes, caller, they live on here. Your name and where you call from?
Yeah, Triple A in the mean Omar, the call from Los Angeles. Okay. So Triple A, let me ask you a question. The thing is, what thing they ask the woman for apologize for? You know why? What thing they do? Why for apologize?
The magistrate say
he can't talk now. He go talk. They say like not talk. He go talk.
No, they say magistrate say people in the course, the attorney general and what's not. So he need for apologize to the judiciary of Sierra Leone.
So he need for apologize on behalf of the people on where they cost the magistrate.
Well, if you look deeply, the magistrate say he cost them come out from Sylvia Blyden and account them na social media and in newspaper. So now that he ask him for apologize for. But Sylvia Blyden ain't come and apologize say if they say in course you know come out na in page. Now maybe na fake page then they make because I make it have expensive, you know, from the third and all and that second all, you know, see no newspaper and you know get no access to social media, so you know nothing where they go on.
But that would be easy, AAA, for make the Sierra Leone government. I thought the Minister of Information, they brag, they talk about all this new technology where they don't install. If not Sylvia Blyden in a newspaper cannot say that the editor for Awareness Times. But before know that. I don't know if now Awareness Times, because I'm not say Awareness Times go write letter or go sit down on the cost the Attorney General. That not to a correct thing, you know, because if then they try because me not a lawyer, I don't know anything about law, but usually now judge now they put a gag order. That in fact the gag order said they can either put them on jurism or they put them to both counsel, either the defense counsel or the prosecution counsel, say we will not discuss this case. But I mean they don't pull the lady out. Now lady way we suppose don't not like the way they go about things because of the law for the country. But in right, suppose for protected. You know, I think what in the try to do with the lady, now squeezing the try for squeeze them, and not get anything for apologize to anybody. Now, Salono Mommy see when case then a court, they say enough for even talk. Look, them people, then trial with they on, like the one that guy who then kidnapped Atlanta. I did watch CNN yesterday. Then they bring they even bring two of the police officers, then they lawyer them. Then they talk about the case. So now you're not for even talk about nothing. As long as the case then at court, you're not for say anything. I can watch the news that we don't want to talk, we don't want for tamper. You know they tamper. Yeah, they talk about case. Lawyer then they talk about case all the time. Even when the case they in session, then they talk about case. You know, the way maybe not they win Africa. But to me, what you may see here, I'm not say I think they not bullied and they try for bully this lady. And this not right. You know, then they try to bully this lady. Now, woman, he get a right for freedom of speech. If he say anything where they infringe into the presidency, then not a problem. Yes, sir. You get freedom of right, but when you say anything where they infringe into the president's life, then they can capture you. But other than that, what can cause those people that need to talk about Donald Trump? Trump to CNN or MSNBC. Let's see the word the way Al Sharpness they turn to throw away at Donald Trump. But now they call democracy. You know, SLPP, but the thing is, so also the people that they do, APC said they do the same thing. They said they do the same thing. They muscle people them. They said, I don't talk about one blog I do them, they call Mabutim Kabo. Now before CID, they don't go arrest them because the guy says something on front page, AYV. So they also now say, this is not good for we country. Right. Then for make people, if they say we get democracy, people can get their right to exercise their democratic rights instead of infringe on them. Same thing with the other thing I want to talk about again today. I'm not been listening too much on this guy about that saga or whatever saga. That guy who they give them money them for shit. I hope say they don't clear the mayor in Haiti because we said people them they go now them they try to attack this mayor like say in Sidom around they go now them market them he choose all the APC market women and like say he know them by name. I mean them things are not good. And the lady don't tell them plain. Una ask we for list, we give una list. If now one now una go do all type of investigation. And the way that they investigate them people and they say wrong. What about if me sit down here, I get uncle, we not get nothing, but if you don't tell me say one TV, now send TV for them. Then they go look na host, they see TV. So then go say not qualified because they meet TV na host, even though the man is struggle. Some of them people they get relative them where they out here say, hey, me pick send laptop for me. Lab will use them. That don't mean say get them, they get money. Maybe now relative send them for. So if they go meet laptop na yan, they go class and say in a second class or in a middle class, so you not qualify for the money. A corrupt way, just like what I tell you then there's a AAA. That guy where they be interview. I don't know if now you think the interview him. The way where they interview that guy, the answer then what that guy give, that guy they qualify for this money. But watch, that guy didn't go for you because first of all they don't even need for taking picture. Why they taking picture if they know so they go for deny them? So they go for using information and collect money on in behalf and put it in their pocket. The people who do they interview them. And this is wrong. I don't know who side. Marabio, the guy come in like say, if you don't repent to God, if you can't prove himself, say, not to the war Marabio. But really, I never see anything to good. So thank you very much, my brother.
I thank you very much, man. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, caller, are you live on air? Your name and who side you call from?
Yeah, AAA, good morning from your side in Australia. I mean, C-Squire, I call from Australia.
Yes, C-Squire.
I want to say, I want to say thank you for you program. This program we bring can because it educates we a lot. It bring we can close to home, and a very credible program. This is one of the stations that want me to listen. If you find out that it is such you page a passamont for just to get within the come up. Like people in modern government, they really need for take the country serious and listen to some of them credible programmers. You get a credible analyst them, you analyze them, sort of everybody will all get party. But like then avoid all party thing and think about the country. Let we think about this country seriously. Let we think about Sierra Leone, like how we go think about you picking the way we born. But the way things they go at that place there, now it disgrace. Some of them think that when they do so, now ain't being civil unrest in the country. Because where you pressure person, where you put somebody under pressure because you're not in power, because you're powerless. Like tomorrow, sometimes they go talk, say, law can make war, law can do this. Now, other person, where they support them, because we see illiteracy in the country. The illiteracy plus the one that we go school, what they strive for bring like bad blood into the people, inject bad blood into the system. So they mix the people that will not go school now, bring something into them, ignite bad thing into the country. So like at the end of the day, then they see fear, then they see fear, and they do this, so then go away for one away. Then bring the country back because I don't see how this country will go forward. For all these years where APC or SLPP or who don't come, say now, the people themselves they come and enrich themselves and go back. It's a civilization from Africa. Egypt for be specific. But today a disgrace. Africa we are a disgrace. I will go to the wall and so they can and they laugh with people then they can and make na their mind. You go sit down and wait man at again and so you go just make like say we the disgrace itself. We not the try for show itself out. This kind of thing what they do with man they can get a money then go for we with the first panel. This all kinds of go all kind of small country. Look country like Gambia. Coronavirus look then take and seriously. We really need to be serious about the country AAA. They need for the listen to a program like a Ukraine program and let them they learn a lot from it. Then implement it in the country. Thank you very much for the program, brother. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, C-Square. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you. Bye.
Yeah. Yes, caller, ID live on air. Your name and where you call from?
Yeah, it's not Adama. I call from New York.
Yes, Adama, you get the platform.
I'm not a politician, and I will never be one. But one, for Blyden, okay, if for really, for be very, very careful. Me don't know what he do, okay? I don't know anything, but sometimes when you are in the public eye, you have to be very careful whether you go hang around with, okay? Whether you draw towards you, because there are people there are some of our brothers and what is in this diaspora. All they do is just mix thing, just talk out of their head. They don't even know what they talk about. So look what they don't now. Now they don't put this woman into trouble, okay? And it's very bad. You see. Look what you will get. Coronavirus, they run around, they hurt everybody. We brothers and sisters, they already listen. The other day, triple, we made they see how people they force themselves inside motoka. Transportation. On top of each other. Nobody even wear a face mask. I said to myself, God help us. What side did they carry with? Okay? Because everything, let the government help. The government is doing your own. But you, self, you're not person. You're not human being. You understand certain things. Why you not protect yourself? It's like most people, they don't even care. You see? That is very, very, to me, it's very scary. Okay, so Nami on see what put on table today. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Adama. Thank you. Yes, caller, ID live on air. Your name and where you call from, please.
It's me?
Yes.
For me? Oh. Hi, this is Almami Dura from New York.
Almami, you can turn your volume down small or waka commodity because you look the... Okay, you're perfect now. You can go ahead.
Okay. Yeah. Basically, the whole thing, I don't listen to this whole thing where they go on. First of all, I thank you very much, Abraham, for having this program. And say thanks to all the other listeners and where they find this program. The issue we get with this is it starts from what you'll be hearing from the First Lady, where we say mob justice. Because there's no government when we get an opposition leader or opposition party. What's in the gun is try to silence the opposition party. And that's very wrong. The people always forget a second voice or third voice for know what's going on. You cannot just have one voice in the country to say this is what is right. No. That ain't all right. I not support Sylvia Blyden, I not support SLPP or NGC or whatnot. But the fact of the matter is, we cannot silence the opposition party. The judiciary has to be independent. The judiciary has to be independent. But this comes back to the things where I can talk to some of my friends that, yes, we don't get a constitution, but for me, I think that the constitution has to be rewritten compared to, I think Switzerland get the same model or something like that. We go form a think tank where then they decide what the programs they offer in the country. So in other words, any party will come, then they just account for the competing ideas. How are we going to solve the problems with the think tank they don't put in place? For example, education. If education and the think tank don't put in place, education now the direction for the next 10 years, 15 years, then the parties then go for this, debate the ideas, how they go do them. How are we going to confront education? How are we going to finance this education program? That could give you a good direction. If the infrastructure then put, the election would be about infrastructure, how they go campaign on the issues of the infrastructure. how best we're going to do it, where we're going to get the resources from. But the way when they do this, they so one party come and begin to education, now, for example, the current administration education, but the money they left. With the money. So those are things we have to think about again. And would I go deep on that think tank there? The easier way for me, my idea is that Parliament get for select that and go today. Me they recommend say ex-presidents and for today. So therefore it becomes not partisan. Ex-presidents and today, we don't get the same idea, we don't get ideas you can just really think about. They vote on certain things that were agreeable to them based on the finance and things they will get. And then they go become very easy for the country move forward year after year after year. So if they can for 5 years, 10 years, irregardless whose party will come in, we didn't come in and say, now so they will be left, Lord take off from there. Because now this is think tanks enough for them. It will become a very, finance salon will develop very fast. If in the long run, after we don't get to education, the base, we don't get to infrastructure, we don't get the agricultural part of it, and then if they decide for changing, then it's okay. But at least at that point, we don't get a populace who are very educated, with the in tune of voting going to the country. So if we decide for changing now, it's okay. But at this particular point, if we go through this road, I mean, that's still a road where you're not going to do anywhere successful. I hope and pray. But this mob justice, what the first lady been say, 90s, where this woman do say, and say, Paupa, for we lock them up. Is silence opposition. This woman understands I've been journalist. How can you go silence a journalist for saying something that he or she thinks is the right thing? You cannot. And then another thing that I want to say is it's shameful, but I really give respect to Vicky Remo for what she do with this COVID-19. She's by herself seeking help from the international world, from the Solonians and the diaspora for help with this thing. It's very shameful that, and unless maybe I'm mistaken, but I really say the government said they help and they give resources at all. Maybe I'm wrong. But these are things we have to look to. We have to work on. We have to address. Poor young lady, she's what, about 30? And you have all 50, 60, 70-year-old people in the personal salon. What they do but right by the government and go lock them up. None can do anything resourceful for the people of the country. None. In the meantime, people in the diner salon. It's very shameful. They go to a person, they go lock them up. For what? Let's get a debate about ideas for the country, how we can go forward. That's all I want to contribute. I hope, say, the young one, the way they come up, then listen and then work towards it. Because if we not educate people, there will be a problem. Number one, we need education. Number two, agriculture. Well, let's say agriculture and education, because if you know go study way, they're empty. If you feed the people them, you also go along with education. So education and agriculture go hand in hand. Because when somebody don't bear food, you don't educate, you're not going to now you think about something else for develop. But when we're hungry, it will be a problem. So I thank you very much again, Abraham. And I appreciate everything we do. May God bless you. All right?
Thank you very much, Mami. Thanks. Yeah. Yes, call ID live on air. Your name and the call from?
Yes, people. I mean, Alusain don't know they call from London.
Yes, Alusain. You get a platform.
Yeah, I see you topic today. You say, Anaboni, you call it apology. Say everything. Say they're Blyden for apologize, and then I don't hear you 2-3 caller. Then they talk about that as well. So I want to know really if this apology where they ask her, where they say for apologize because of the obscene languages, the way they use and page, not just apology no more. They want from or. India and the problem for Lagos inside, because I know listen when the program starts anyway, people, you know. Okay. Yes, it's possible like they say not to in page, not to in own page where they use. It's possible like they say for them because nothing the way they happen. You understand? And it's possible. Anyway, I not going to deny that one day. You know, but they're not propose some for apologize, for example, okay, then for say power for apologize. If you're in confidence, say not to page, then they're not for worry, they're not for force and for apologize because you say not to page.
I want all you under, but the letter way right, you say not to force them for some.
Okay, no for some. Okay,
that's
for apologize. Okay, no.
But you don't hear now the magistrate say if I apologize before he go back na court tomorrow.
Good. Yes. So now let us say, for the matter of that, if you not to impeach at all, now another page, let know if you apologize. But if you not impeach, they apologize. The easy way make it apologize because now I profile somebody, and you know, I don't know if in some bad word and they don't talk the way, don't put down this and some bad word them. Maybe people feel upset because the people are letter. Yes, let it just apologize. It don't mean anything because at the end of the day, if he apologize or not apologize, he just get for go back and he get for calm. By doing that, that will even help him on, you know, in case, because then go look at us and say, okay, yeah, we don't say this, we apologize. At least you don't show remorse. You know, because one thing again, we always talk about, say, the criminal libel law, we say government, government, they oppress people. But again, we look at and say, if you, even, we only give example at times. As a journalist, if you write something where it's not correct, way bad, sometimes they're not going to charge you because of that thing, but then they tell you, say, for let you apologize. Even when you say something, they will say apologize. You understand? But some people, they're not the ones doing. They don't say they don't do it, but they wait for one because they think as the people, they will get like people who will say, oh, this person is too big, so then they put fresh up on a knife for losing job. So what is a man can do? He can prefer say, okay, you know what, I go is I wanted because this way just for come out trouble, it will be trouble for me. You know, eh? So if they go is that mostly they're driving now, if he's not so experienced people, to be honest, may just apologize. You don't mean anything. Then they go help her. At the end of the day, still they're driving in court appearance where they make, then once they never forget and pass them, then they are no more like they are like time, they say serve this time after I come home. They're not going to do the worst more than that for now. But if he apologize, to be honest, people, it go lesser for them, you understand? So they will let people know say the government, the disadvantage for people. They don't say the libel of itself or change the way they talk against somebody, you therefore believe her. Because even we all say the royal family, you know, Prince Harry, they fake newspaper because of things the way they talk about the woman, you understand? And then they try for first one newspaper. So all anything and because of so what the way they talk. So at times we know the pain we only feel, you know, on this politics. But the fact, let me say them. Let me say them. If we say them, that will help me in the country. But if someone put in a cow thing, they say, oh no, for that, and the bully, and I didn't so put in a libel, I mean, no, I don't think say correct, you know, to be honest. Let me accept the fact. If somebody says something about you, where not to write in say about you, how you go feel? Just put yourself in that position. So, Sylvia Blyden now, who don't make name not alone. We all want. Saying a prominent woman and a high profile woman, we none will ever wish for let it continue for the Pademba road. But if let the law take its course on them, at the end of the day, when it come out, they will know what for do next. Maybe Ingo they advise others on what for do. But the problem na salon people, that is why we always they say your station is credible because the way you present your information then. If you say a policeman go arrest people before you make this information out. My brother, someone in the common go and ability for good demonstrate for you. For some journalists in Sierra Leone, well, then they just stop anything no more. Then they will get correct information they want pull out, you know. So that is what the journalists and they will be careful about na salon people who they give report, they will be careful. Let them talk reality, tell people and so let them mix people and mind them. Because when they lie on people, like they tell people and correct information, they make people and they confuse. Today we read this, tomorrow they read that. But like I said, Sylvia Blyden, if actually my page, let me just apologize. That's it. Let me just apologize. Doesn't mean anything.
You don't apologize now.
Yeah.
So we wait now.
So very good. When you don't apologize, so fine. We are happy because at the end of the day, they don't say himself and say, okay, you say this thing, okay, well I don't apologize. So what's next? You want to tell me say now I don't apologize, well one goes give me more another tough sentence again? No. You know, don't get a mind on one no more. Then they want to say, okay, wait, come out. Now, so, you for the do line up. You know, it's our advice, man. So, now that when we may apologize, that's fine. You know, they're not going to go beyond that again for pressure and again for say another thing again. Unless otherwise, you know. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you very much, Alusine. Thank you.
Welcome.
Yes, caller, ID live on your name and the call from, please.
Yeah, my name is Brian. I call from New Jersey.
Yes, Brian, I get the platform.
Yeah, people will say thank you for the opportunity. What you want for say, I don't say this here. Couple months ago, this similar programs will get this particular theme. We don't get democracy in a salon. We don't get democracy in a salon. Now, regular elections we get every 5 years, the old regular elections. Would one party go rig one way or the other? So we don't get democracy in a salon. That let we establish that to put that aside. The number two, I don't talk on here, but the people who support this government, they say otherwise. Now, a police state we get in a salon. What do I mean by police state? I don't mean the police state like what they get like now is Germany, what they get is Stasi, what they get file on every citizen. That's what I mean. What I mean in a police state, anything where you criticize government or government officials, police they can arrest you. Now that's I mean what's in a police state we get. We like waiting with the Apple Shaka Stevens been. Now the same thing continue up to today. I don't say they support the Oka, say otherwise just no. Don't you look? I don't understand. That woman, although I don't apologize, so like we don't go talk like waiting on call.
Exactly.
But you don't get nothing for apologize for. So like I talk I stop that side. But you look again, the police, the judiciary, the government of itself, done the police, the parliament. Now we problem. Therefore, institutions that are called. Now we problem that are country. Because they are all incompetent. The parliament. Now this make last month we all vex wouldn't throw that criminal libel law for letting repeal them. Because this fall under the. Now I make we all vex wouldn't throw another. I know that it's like say Africa is cost. Every other continent in the world, then they go before. But we can't be here. What did they talk about criticize the president? When we deny, almost tell we the cost to compare. They mean one who the cost some you deny. We the cost them every day. Right? So what you want for right? One day, so long as you know threatening the president in life, nobody in the after, they don't care about you. Who then are them? You're a civil servant. Now people and vote you in. You don't work for the people then. Who then are you enough for criticize you? But I'm not surprised now, as I say, I talked last week, African politicians them, African man in general, we are intolerant. One person criticize you, don't take and say, oh, this is my enemy, hates me. We are intolerant. Opposition for them. Because if you get a social yes men, then they around you. What you do bad, then they pray, the power, Alexander bad, the power, they do good. Now make you need forget opposition, where they check you. Now we problem will get now in Africa, and Salon in particular. But law will not talk, law will not make things bad for the woman more. But I don't know. Things there for change in that country. Thanks very much. I will continue for listening.
Thank you, Grandma.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah. Yes, caller, you're live on here. Your name and inside the call from, please.
Me,
yes.
Yes, me na Sylvia call from Tennessee. I'm so sorry. I get a crazy schedule. I'm not able to participate on this thing. According to the letter, we talk about the lady. First of all, when you take your time, you read that letter. I don't think there's something with that lady willing, prepare, and supposed to do. First of all, when Usman Toli comes, then arrest the lady because they been one say enough to talk about the case. Been talk say the right this. That short place this. Some people, somebody talk, he ask question right away for we don't ask a question, but we don't go like just judge that place. When you get a case, now, waiting Sierra Leone get for Aria and waiting Sierra Leone get for Embrace and waiting the Sierra Leone people then get for Glady for now in a social media. Let them not forget about that. Now in a social media, some people then they alone where they not get people where they fight for them. The only place where they express their feelings is social media. But they watch, like, say, this particular time, this government also embrace social media, which is good for them. When I come to the president about people saying something and you go after that person, let me just give a small example, short example, where the country was close to me. George, we have been get somebody where then they sit on the same parliament and they look themselves. That guy, they curse down money, mama. He they curse him. He they disgrace him. You know what the Judge will do? He different to that guy. Do you know say trip where that guy they don't give up in party today? He don't take that man in party. He don't wear a nine na the front of the in party. Okay. One thing we lack of Sierra Leone. We not get good hospitality. We not friendly to each other. We know they encourage each other. We know they celebrate each other. We know they treat each other right. We lack of that quality. Anybody who then at that high position, where they eat, you know they look down and up they look. Let the man where they don't know go survive. Any tamper the money where then they say then they give us alone. Area who they out, I think now 7 now they out. Who then go now area for go register. All them 7 houses, then they not write nobody name day. Then get attire base, they won't at the party attire base. Now they the registration take place. When the Bobo then tell me, I say if you then go kick him out today, now you sabi. All them things they are not supposed for happy. All that stuff they are not supposed for happy. Now one thing where I don't see say maybe they're not so more party business. So let us not take me as my last name. Maybe na APC they talk. I don't know what in APC. I don't know what in SLPP. But if you come for stay, if for maintaining good hospitality with the people you meet, with the people you born, you vote for you, with the people who strain themselves to you, not to only one person, not to that man where they look directly. Now even the main man will put you in that position. Not to the main man will put you in that position. There is somebody who fight for you. What you will need for do? What you will need for do? As a country himself, we get for learn from each other. You Pekin can teach you something. That lady in letter, I don't see the reason with that lady for apologize. I don't see the reason. You know, go knock me, say I know they talk about the pain. You know, go hit me so hard, you say I know go talk about the pain. There is no leading, it's a ruling. Okay? So if we not try, if them way they up there, because of them don't go up, you know, go claim a letter where they put your hands in a pocket. If you escape up there, if you further, you know, go get rescue. And let us smell one smell of fish, not make the whole boat stink. Then leader they are then one rule this country into a position that where they say as soon as then they go now, so they don't want then they fall now, so people they get bitterness on that place. When then they talk, people then they come out, oh people they know educate, people they know education get a lot of different definitions where they educate without sit down in a classroom. Farmers then they, fisherman then they, marketman then they, on them party then they look then they made educate to people there. But this corona way they go so. If the government put the effort according to where they put the effort for this corona for give the account every day, then put that effort there for make they rule the country as two way to go the country they go before. That's my point of view today. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Safi. Thank you. I read the letter, even though long, I read them. And Dr. Sylvia Blyden said not to anybody for some for rights. But however, if you look back, you will find out, say, the magistrate tell and say if I write that letter day of apology, both na the newspaper and in social media platform them. However, I be ask somebody for get me awareness times today, make us see if indeed them put some day, but not be able to get hold of awareness times. And we've seen now in platform Idoam. And if they not force them, and Magistrate Anaboni say if I write them by the 19th, with the next it appear court. So if you not be apologize, waiting for be happen where you go tomorrow and for be asking questions, say, you know, you're waiting the magistrate tell them for do. And if you are waiting the magistrate ask them for apologize, and according to waiting me read, now the same thing. As I say again, from that June 3rd, we then be arrested and back. Go find out say all in platform them be the dormant. Everywhere be just they cool. Until they don't can write today, yes. We see videos them they go around, people and they make videos, they give threatening remarks, and give government so and so time if they not pull, then go storm, then get boys them. But those were just jokes, man. The thing about we Sierra Leoneans them, or the thing about people them in authority, some of people them where they try for look for social media attention, indeed now we they give them their attention then they. Now we. Because there are certain things in the way you see them, if I just brush off and just walk off, scroll off, and just think say, it's not what even a millisecond of your time. But every little thing we want to give attention to. And as long as you give every little thing attention, it will distract you from your main focus. Sylvia Blyden did not apologize as instructed by the magistrate. Well, they go court tomorrow. Make we everything go be tomorrow your own outcome. Now we just wait for tomorrow your outcome. You can go back in prison or she will be forgiven. Say, oh, your sins are forgiven. Go and not write no more. That one for not write anymore. I don't think that one they go work for Sylvia Blyden. And all this one get for do with this criminal libel law. Well, sometime after the case against Sylvia Blyden, maybe they go repeal them. Sometime I need to wait for me then done with before they go repeal them. We're all hopeful. Just like I say, no need people for prejudice the case for them. So then nobody not talk for them. Now I lady. What to do? Lady Gaga. 9-1. So he say you both fight in battle. But to me on side, that witness. Now witness Superintendent M.K. Aliu. Where they go be witness, but only the thing where they against the person where you be witness for now you the member. The thing where the person where you be witness against things say go help him, you know member Randy. But to the way to make the case done. Because the side way Sylvia Blyden ask can say if not to intel other person for put on in private part for check if you get phone. He say in a man, you know the answer that question there. If you not do them, now so you go answer. But it's enough to discuss the case. So we are just waiting. Francis Joanna say, one thing where Salone people ought for know, for say, you as an individual, you're not able to fight against the state. He said the state is big pass Sylvia Blyden. And if you check indirectly, na force the force him. And he said right him because he wants him freedom back. Michael Cooker they respond to no, just you say the politicians them now the one they will not want for repeal the criminal libel law in a parliament. He said them to go and do because they want for muzzle free speech. Let me see what again we get. Simba J. Cole. Okay, I see you. He say, Ivan Roberts say, you need checks and balance in any government. He said, Dande, we know the Siena Salone. He said, we need to implement that na Salone. Yeah, I think now we go. Easter man is saying things say Salone and them for being encouraged for participate now with democracy. He said because women then they're less corrupt. He said but we leaders in a Salone today, and sabi for intimidate, and sabi for suppress, and then sabi for discourage anybody who want participate by democracy because of the gender. Tomorrow, Sylvia Blyden go to court again, and we go wait for the outcome. But don't forget, coronavirus is real, and it in a Salone better one. Make we not forget that. We people who get a Salone make we advise them for mask up. Wash your hands. Sanitize so you no get water. We're going to be back on Friday. I think tomorrow we're going to have an interesting topic. I don't see people in the talk button, but Trust Area Network. We go learn at table about a new infrastructure we want can Salone. We then for begin do feasibility study next week. Till we meet again tomorrow. Triple A, tata.